Sorry about that, guys. Putting here with a game.
General
I-
orders.
Now, I still love this ship. I still play this ship. If you're new to the channel, I do have a Montana. If you're not, you well know that I have plenty of T10s. Now, the teams somebody calls out for A and B, which I completely do not agree with, especially on this map, because it is not easy to cover B from A side. Well, I'm not sitting over here by C by myself, so I'm going to kind of turn with the team. Somebody says B and C is better because of the reason I stated before. You really can't support Bravo. So then, okay, we're going to go B and C. I return my ship, and I'm going to actively push C, but I'm going to do it at half speed because I'm alone over here. Yes, I have a destroyer, but guess what? Destroyers don't like to get shot at. So, while they may get one or two of their salvos off at the destroyer, as soon as he disappears, the only person that they can see would be me. So, I'm going to go slow a little bit and let my team catch up to me. Going alone is stupid. Always has been, always will be. You're just going to die faster. See that? It looks like a couple of their ships might be heading to A. Obviously, there's got to be a destroyer in A capping it already. But we only have the Tirpitz Colorado here. I see torp planes. I get my fighter up. There's still a little bit of ways from me to where this guy can decide not to go at me. Saw the enemy Russian cruiser was going to take a shot at him, but he disappeared. See the Tirpitz, I'm spotted. I might as well shoot. Well, I'm going to hold to see if this guy turns. He won't turn now because of the torpedoes. I'm actively turning because the torp planes are coming in at me. Sorry, guys. Kick up speed. The friendly carrier is actively going after the torpedoes, which I believe is the right call. I'm more afraid of the torpedo planes than of these dive bombers. But I still have pretty much all of my AA. I have very strong AA on the ship. And I'm focusing down the planes that didn't drop because this guy brought them in one at a time. RCV did a strafe run against their planes, but as you can see here, you know, shot down a lot of these planes just with my AA. What is it, 14 by myself? See the Chapayev. I want this guy gone as soon as I possibly can. I cannot stand anybody who breathes fire, and he's a fire-breathing jerk. He's offering a little bit too much side. All my shots are coming down, and then boom! Good night, Sally. You can't set a fire under the water. 3 Citadels, devastating strike, first blood. But because those torp planes were coming in, I was actively turning to avoid them. Now I have to return around to re-engage in at sea. The enemy Chapayev says out chat. I let him know it was 3 Citadels, and he lets me know he felt every single one of them. Sorry I put an abrupt end to your day, but don't want you set me on fire, burning down and ruining my day. Get my heel back up from that fire. Pretty much gonna recover it all. But, you know, now I'm the guy behind all of our friendlies. And that's one thing I never did like, ever. This is not a sniper ship. I have the reload over the accuracy, as I stated in many other videos. I run a full concealment on my US battleships because these things excel at medium range. Anywhere from about 15-ish to 12 kilometers. 15 being the what I would consider medium long, to a true medium, which is about 12 to 10 kilometers. These things are really good at, and I'd much rather be getting more rounds down range than being more accurate at range. I don't want to get into like a close range like the Germans like to do, where 10 to 6 kilometers is prime real estate for them, with their secondaries just going to town. Get a Citadel out of Colorado at range. Shots like that do happen every once in a while, but much more reliable to get them closer than at range. Gonna take a shot at the Pensacola, the Benson. One shell connected. He's gone. There's one less guy who could potentially set me on fire and or torpedo me. Now, I really, really wish somebody could have finished off that Colorado prior to me having to take a shot at him again. But he's way too low health, and he really needs to die. Notice the carrier, he's not coming after me, but he's well within secondary range. And please tell me somebody's in range to get that little bit last bit of damage. Get this Colorado out. I believe he's sitting at 62 health. Got his damn repair up in time. Hopefully these shots can land and potentially finish him. Belfast, I believe, finally gets in the range. Hopefully his shells can come down and cause some fires and get this guy out of the game. Now, both cruisers are finally, I believe, finally getting within range of the Colorado and actively shooting at him. So, at this point, I believe the Colorado's dead. Let's try to end the carrier so I do not have to worry about enemy planes. Notice the enemy Frederick was at B. We finally get the sea cap under control, and now these guys are fighting at B. This Colorado, it's the ship that just doesn't want to die, and he needs to die. Now I had to cut my speed because 1, torpedoes, 2, I didn't want to get close to the Frederick in case this guy's running a secondary build. Still not 100% sure where the DD is. I'm gonna take my last shots on this Lexington before he disappears. I hope they're the last shots. I hope these things finish him off, but they will be the last shots because I need to start focusing on these two gentlemen here. Colorado finally dies to somebody. Goddamn, Lexington's still alive. Now I'm thinking, do I sight up on the Lexington or do I sight up on these guys? And oh shit, there's the destroyer. Sorry about the language, guys. Sometimes they do make a slip on. Gonna retake these last shots at the Lexington again, I hope. He drops on our enemy cruiser.
Torpedoes.
Excellent drop on the cruiser. Gets a nice solid hit. This guy's now low health. Hopefully the enemies, if they are smart, are going to shoot at him. Slow out, finish him off, get his guns out of the game. Going to help push at B, but I remembered there was the Kagero in front of me, which is why I was kind of gonna come around the backside of B because I didn't want to deal with him. I'm showing way too much side to these guys over there. Would love to end this Belfast day, but he's clearly behind the islands over there. And this is what I'm saying. There's two enemy ships at A. They cannot support the ships at B over here. The island's in the way for them to get very good shots off. Gonna take a shot at the Colorado because, well, why not? He's broadside, and he's kind of at the extent of the, well, like I said, where I consider prime real estate for the ship. And that's why I say, 15 kilometers is medium lock. It's still far enough to where the guy can maneuver and dispersion can affect you, but it's close enough to where if you just do aim properly, you can still get targets, shells on targets, and do some really nice damage. Returning around to come at B from the bottom side. Because I was thinking that possibly the destroyer was dropping torps on the other gentleman here, and with two ships being on different sides, the destroyer can really only drop up against one. Yes, he technically could drop against both of us, but they won't be all of his torpedoes, and it would be a little bit easy for us to dodge them. Taking a shot at the Frederick here, and he's not offering me a lot of side, but still enough of it for me to shoot at. Now he's starting to show me a nice flat surface of his ship. You can hear my A going to town on the enemy planes. I don't know why he's flying them over me to go after somebody else, because all you're going to do is just lose planes on the way to the guy you want to bomb. Now, as you can see, his secondary started opening up at about 9-ish kilometers, which kind of tells me he doesn't have a full AA build. He is angled, which is why I'm aiming up and into the superstructure and get a nice 10,000 damage. He starts turning. Successfully managed to turn him away from C. And I believe that could have been some of my thinking at the time. Stay in the area, keep a presence, so this guy just doesn't come up to C and annihilate these poor cruisers. Oh, excuse me, sorry guys. But I'm going to keep firing AP into his superstructure. And my life is flashing before my eyes. A full health Kagero. 4 kilometers and closing in on me. Now what I'm trying to do is cut my speed, turn a little bit, try to throw off this guy's torpedoes because he's not shooting. He's going to want to drop torpedoes. I mean, I would be, especially if I was this close. Got a nice 5,000 salvo. Secondary's going to town. Gotta turn to avoid this set. This guy needs to die before that second set comes out, which is, oof, close quarters expert. Guess you don't need to be a German battleship to be getting those these days. But I was stalling my turn to try to get that rear turret into play to shoot him before he could drop that second set on me, because I didn't know if he'd already dropped it or what was going on with it. Now I know the Frederick cannot see me. I know there's a smoke cloud, so if there's a ship in the smoke cloud, they're not the ones detecting me, which means it's got to be the other destroyer, who now pops up at 6 kilometers from me. All of his torps are going to miss because I was actively turning, because I wasn't sure who was spotting. Was turning around to deal with the Frederick over here that is now re-engaging his push to see. Call out for where the DD was at. Hopefully our carrier or one of these cruisers is paying attention to chat there. Somebody calls out where the Frederick is at, and like I said, I had already came across, said I'm going to push this guy. Got a nice 6,000 damage into this guy. Now I know these ships, the closer I get, the less I can citadel them, but you can still get very nice penetrating strikes. Do not know why this guy's showing me this much side, especially this close, but he does turn in to avoid these shots. So this guy does have something going on between his two airs. Now I suspect this guy is actually a very solid player because he's going bow in on me as I'm going bow in on him. But he is actively shooting at somebody else who I believe is presenting a much better target. 7,000 damage into that big fat juicy German superstructure. I believe this guy's turning a little bit to get his secondaries into play, because if you remain straight bow on, his secondaries aren't going to shoot, unlike mine are. Take a big chunk of damage just to get that rear gun and keep my secondaries into play. But now I'm kind of hoping that my reload is faster than his, that he's not running into the reload module. But I'm not going to keep showing this gentleman my side. I'm going to actively turn away, and I do suspect he might be running the reload mod. But luckily for me, I was actively turning. Those shells harmlessly bounced off of me. There's a cruiser rushing him. I failed to see what cruiser it was. Take a shot. Boom. He's gone. And it was a Belfast, and everyone calls it the OP ship, but it doesn't have torpedoes, so he's not that OP. But that's what I mean about shots into the side of German battleships is still a lot of damage. It's it might not be the Citadel numbers you want, but it's still a lot of damage.
Problem solved, sir.
Can't be showing battleships your side, even if you're a German battleship. We're sitting at 4 kills, 2 assisted caps, 4 citadels, 4 ships sank, first blood, devastating strike, and close quarters expert. Gonna take a shot at the Colorado because he is offering a lot of side, and I don't believe he suspected me to be where I was at. And 10,000 damage. Gonna take it. Was kind of hoping for a Citadel, but as you can see, most of those went into the deck. See the Amagi now in front of me, and spot it again. No, it's not the Colorado. No, it's not the Amagi. It's got to be the DD. Really wish this carrier would go find the destroyer for us. Sorry, guys. I say something in chat about somebody, please, find that DD. Somebody calls out where they think he is. Well, if you think he's there in your cruiser, why the hell aren't you chasing him down? That's your job. Especially Belfast, radar, Hydro.
Penetration.
Too much side Colorado. Citadel for 17,000 damage. And somebody does point out, if the Belfast was over here backing me up, I wouldn't have to worry about this DD. I'm here actively protecting the B cap. I'm the only one here actively protecting it. Good night, Colorado. That's Kraken Unleash. This game is wrapping up, guys, but like I'm saying, because I am the guy at B, they can't push on to B and cap B. The only thing they can do is get on B and stop us from getting points. We are winning. Don't know where the destroyer is. He never becomes spotted again. This game is going to end with these final salvos, and now we're going to look at the post-battle results. 157,000 damage, close quarters, first blood, Kraken Unleashed, devastating strike, #1 on a team by close to 3,000 base experience due to the 5 ships and the 2 assisted caps. made almost 500,000 credits, which is extremely good. And a tier 9. 1.8 million potential damage, 148,000 damage coming from main batteries, 8,000 from secondaries, and just 49 from those fires. Just want to say thank you guys for all the support you give us. We really do appreciate it. Please keep those replays coming in. Please hit that like and subscribe button. And I hope you all have yourselves one glorious day.